Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Gashi Skyman TV. There is a deliberate effort to pluck off Raila Amolo Odinga's political feathers. As we speak now, Raila is a featherless chicken, a chicken that cannot fly. When you look at Raila Amolo Odinga, Raila is a pale shadow of himself. It is not the Raila that we used to know in 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, William Samoei Ruto is weakening Raila every day. If I may ask you, so far, between this cooperation, in this cooperation that is, do you think Raila is gaining anything? Or do you think Raila is losing? I want to give you a number of examples of deliberate effort to weaken Raila Amolo Odinga and make him completely irrelevant. Number one, if you look at Mount Kenya and Raila Amolo Odinga, Raila has lost the support of the mountain. Some people may argue that Raila did not have the support of the mountain, but let me put it very clearly that Raila Amolo Odinga has always gotten votes from the mountain. Though they may not be enough to make him president, the support cannot be ignored. ODM has so many officials from the mountain, and when you look at it, you realize that even in the last general election, Raila got slightly over 1 million votes. 1 million votes is just so many, ladies and gentlemen. But when you look at the situation, you realize that somebody is trying to drive a wedge between Raila Amolo Odinga and Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. In fact, there's a narrative that is actually being sold to many people, especially outside the mountain, especially to Raila supporters, that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta played Raila Amolo Odinga. But if you ask me, it is not the case. Uhuru gave his all. Uhuru supported Raila Amolo Odinga financially, morally, and everything. And now when you look at Uhuru and Raila, they even rarely meet. Again, when you look at it, you realize that Raila and Gachagua seems not to be in very good terms. Gachagua may have actually talked about him Mabya Mitego na kumnasa Raila Amolo Odinga. But if you look at Raila Amolo Odinga is always talking about Mitego, sijui nini, and so on and so forth. So when you look at it, you realize that this is a deliberate effort to put the Yema nation and the Lu nation at loggerheads, such that Raila can actually not contest the 2027 general elections, and such that the Kikuyus can now say that they are not going to support him, come rain, come sunshine. And by the way, that narrative is gaining momentum. So whoever is trying to use that game is winning as far as the mountain is concerned. Then there is also this idea of driving a wedge between the Mulembe nation and the Lu nation. Today, if you ask any person who are the people, who are the goons who attacked Peter Salasya, they will tell you they are ODM goons, they are Raila Odinga supporters, they are Lus. That is what they will say. That's what they will say. Today, if you go to the Mulembe nation is now saying that they have been misused by Raila Amolo Odinga. They are now saying that they are now going to go for power directly without going through Raila Amolo Odinga. They are blaming Raila Amolo Odinga that he promised the Mulembe nation that he's going to give them the docket of the cabinet secretary for treasury. That is Oparanya was to get it. And when Raila got that chance, he gave it to John Badi and Basuba who have been assimilated by the rules. So when you look at it, Raila Amolo Odinga is losing the Western nation. And for sure, today, if there would be a by-election in the Western or Mulembe nation, ODM candidate would lose. I tell you, it is going to lose. And the person who is going to gain, actually, it is somebody like Natebea or Okia Omtata. Then, there is also the Kisii. Remember those demonstrations that were there? Those demonstrations clearly put Matiang'i and Raila Amolo Odinga at loggerheads. Those demonstrations were very clear that the people do not want to see Raila Amolo Odinga in Kisii. So you look at Raila Amolo Odinga, he has now lost the Western nation, he has lost the Kikuyu, although the numbers may not have been substantial, but Any number in politics is important. Even one vote is very, very significant in politics. Now, the Luo nation is now being accused that it is against the it's against Matiang'i. And Matiang'i, if Matiang'i was to come and start contesting, and the government most likely is going to come up with trump up charges, criminal cases against Fred Matiang'i so that he doesn't contest. You see people blaming Raila Odinga. That's what I think. If Matiang'i will fight headwinds, if the government is going to stop Matiang'i from contesting, they are going to use various methods. I know the Omogusi and other people are going to blame Raila Amolo Odinga. Then there are also internal feuds in ODM. And when you look at it, you ask, where are these feuds coming from? And they seem to escalate day by day. And if you look at what is happening, it is Raila who is losing. So, ladies and gentlemen, what is the reason behind all this? Why is it that somebody is trying to alienate Raila Odinga from the rest of the community? And you agree with me that Raila is losing that image of the national leader. You know, Raila had support all over the country, truth be told, from Nairobi to Kisumu to Mombasa to Northeastern, where this man had a national outlook. He is the only national leader who seems to attract foreign from all corners of the country. But today, Raila is shedding that important tag. So, ladies and gentlemen, why is this happening? Number one, by plucking the political feathers of Raila Odinga, the person who is doing this, the person behind this, the team that is working very hard and succeeding, want to make Raila become useless, not to contest for 2027 general elections, to make the work of William Samoei Ruto even easier. You know, if Raila does not contest, who is going to gain? I think it is William Samoei Ruto. Number two, there is the intention of making Raila Odinga a tribal lord, just a Luo leader, like many leaders have been like now. And they want to mix Raila look like somebody like Wetangula. You know, Wetangula just have a following in Bugoma, and Raila Odinga is likely to find himself in such a situation because what is happening to Raila Odinga? I have told you Raila cannot be able to fly, he has no political wings, and he is losing it every day. And there's also the objective of isolating Raila Odinga. His support base will be divided, Raila will be isolated, and other leaders will emerge. I'm expecting a leader to emerge from Kisii. I'm expecting a leader to emerge and overshadow Raila Odinga in the Mulembe nation. This is the game. Anyway, again, they want to also portray ODM as a violent party. Raila want to be associated with violence. ODM want to be associated with violence. That is why it happened to Salasia. And maybe you may find that the person who is planning this is working with ODM supporters. Because you see, politics, as we know, is just a game. And whoever wins the perception wins the vote. Because you see, the perception that the guys who are doing this want to create is that Raila cannot be relied on. Raila is not dependable. And now, when you add this to the fact that there's a feeling that Raila made the wrong move by working with William Samoei Ruto instead of actually trying to contest for 2027 general election, you agree with me, somebody is exploiting Raila's weakness. Just like if somebody would take advantage of your weakness and finish you completely, politically speaking, that is my take, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what you think, but from here I see it, Raila is completely finished. Bye-bye.